Hi everyone, this is Terence Tan, the Chief Trainer at I'mPossibleInvestors.com. We run programs in Asia, mainly Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand right now to educate investors about how to build a portfolio that is income caching over here, as well as with US stocks and options. So if you have any interest over here, do click on one of our links in the content details and join us at our next free introduction sessions over here. Now, so back to the topic today, I'm going to share with all of you about your trading commissions and major changes that has happened to some of the biggest US stock and option brokers over the last 1 year, and how you'll be able to benefit from it to get the lowest rates that you want out there when you're trading stocks and options in the US stock markets. All right, now let's go to the screen over here. Okay, on to my US brokerage reviews. So if you're trading US stocks and options, these will be the three main brokers that you have probably come across to date. And I'm going to do a full review on all of them and show you and compare their comparisons between their commission rates for both stocks trading as well as options trading, and additional perks and fees that you may want to pay attention to, so that you can go ahead and choose the broker that best fits your trading style and philosophy over here as you move along this journey. Now, so I'm just going to do a review on three brokerages. The first one I'm going to touch on is going to be TD Ameritrade, and to be more specific, I'm just going to highlight and talk about the rates that are being offered by TD Ameritrade's Singapore department, or the Singapore branch office, which is slightly different from the US headquarters over here, as I'm aware of right now. Next one I'm going to review is going to be interactivebrokers.com. It's a big public listed on the stock exchange US broker that has access both in the US stock market as many other international stock exchanges as well. So they are known as one of the biggest discount brokers online that you can be trading multiple markets with just one trading account. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about over here is going to be Tastyworks. Tastyworks is a brokerage that was set up after the owner or the creator of Thinkorswim actually sold the platform over to TD Ameritrade, and he spent a couple of years after that trying to build up Tastyworks, and now it's up and running for about coming close to 2 years now, if I'm not wrong. Now, so you can trade both US stocks and options from these three brokerage platforms. Let's go ahead and see what are the differences over here. Now, so the first thing I'm going to compare over here is going to be on the matter of commission rates. So I'm going to talk about stocks first. So for those of you who are trading US stocks, these are the rates being offered by the three different brokerage platforms. The first one is TD Ameritrade. So if you're on our partnership rates with them, that means you're one of my community members over here. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at a rate charge of a $5 minimum right now with TD Ameritrade Singapore, or 1.5 cent charge per share, and you would end up paying whichever is higher over here. Now, just for a quick example, that means if you're going on TD Ameritrade Singapore and you're placing an order to buy just 10 US stocks over here of any shares, you're going to be paying a $5 commission. But if you're going to place an order of 100 shares, yes, the commission is still going to be the minimum of 5. All right, but if you're going to trade 1,000 shares over here, all right, that's going to be a rate of 1.5 cents times 1,000. So you end up being $15, which is higher than the $5 minimum. So you actually end up paying $15 in commissions instead. All right, now on to Interactive Brokers. So I just captured a screenshot from their websites over here. So you can see clearly there's no transaction fees that they're charging on ETF stocks or ETF trades, but on normal stocks over here, they're charging at a rate of, if I'm not wrong, half a cent. Yeah, all right, okay, half a cent over here with a minimum of $1 over here and a maximum charge of 1% of the total trade value. All right, now this gets a little bit complex, but using the example that they showed below, if you're trading 100 shares that cost $25 each share, all right, your commissions is going to come up to $1, which is the minimum. All right, if you're trading 1,000 shares at $25, the same stock, right, your commission will work out to $5, which is based on the half a cent per share rate. All right, and if you're trading 1,000 shares at 0.25 cents, all right, your commission is going to be, all right, $2.50, which is based on the maximum per order, which is 1% of the trade value. So it's going to all depend on, you know, what's prevalent over here, or what comes first, and they're going to charge you ultimately the highest rate that they have on offer, and that's how they go about doing their business and create profitability as a brokerage platform. Okay, now on to Tastyworks over here. All right, after the latest launch over here in the US right now, which charges 0 commissions over here for stocks and stocks trading and ETFs. Tastyworks has followed suit over here, and they're offering 0 commissions on unlimited share purchases on their platform. So that means going in and out of a stock position, that means buying and selling, or short selling and then getting out after that, yields 0 commissions over here. But do note the asterisk at the top of it. There will still be exchange fees involved and some slight perhaps sales tax over here, which is normal in US context over here where the company operates. But in terms of a platform wise, they are going to charge you 0 commissions on their basis, apart from exchange fees. Alright, okay, now, so this is on to the stocks trading on the different brokerage platforms. Are there any special features over here when it comes to stocks trading? For TD Ameritrade, it's pretty much simple, all right, which means there are no additional no additional perks when it comes to that, or features when it comes to stocks trading. You just trade normally, all right. But on Interactive Brokers, they have just recently, in the last couple of months, launched something pretty interesting over here, which is called fractional trading. All right, now what's fractional trading? Now, fractional trading just changes the way order is being placed out there, right? Because traditional investing basically means in the US, you have to buy or purchase a minimum of 1 share, all right, or multiples of 1 additional share after that. Right now, so that means you either buy 5 shares, 10 shares. There's no such thing as you're going to end up buying 5.5 shares. All right, but Interactive Brokers with fractional trading has changed all that, which means you can specifically put down a dollar amount that you want to invest into a certain stock. All right, and Interactive Brokers will do you the service of buying shares in fractional numbers up to that dollar amount that you've stipulated. Right, so you may start ending up with 5.25 shares, 5.1 shares, you know, based on the dollar amount that you're putting and the price of the stock that you're purchasing at. Right, so this is pretty interesting features for, you know, people who are trying to build a long-term portfolio on a regular savings plan basis on a dollar amount each month, or a dollar amount every quarter on certain stocks that you have picked out and identified to build a portfolio on regularly. Right now, so this is a special feature that we just launched. For Tastyworks, it's pretty simple, no commissions. Right, that's probably the biggest special features that you have right now on Tastyworks platform. Okay, now moving on to stock options. I'm just going to cover only stock options over here because that's what we touch and that's what we believe would fundamentally be able to outperform any other trading methodologies in the long run. All right, and that's what we are also teaching our community members to do for themselves. All right, now, so stock options, trading rates on TD Ameritrade Singapore, all right, comes in at about $1 per contract to $1.25 per contract. No minimum over here, which means you pay based on how many total number of contracts that you're trading in your orders over here. All right, now, so that's a rate of between 1 to 125, depending on what you're getting from the broker. All right, with no minimum charges if you're on any partner rates with the Singapore outfit over here. Now, on Interactive Brokers, again, you can see they have a pretty complicated structure, but it all boils down to this. The more number of contracts you trade, the bigger quantities you trade, the lower your commission rate starts to get on each additional contracts that you start trading on the platform. All right, now, so let's have a look at the example that will make things pretty much simple. The first contract on the platform will be pretty much the same at about $1 per contract. So if you're trading 1 contract, you're buying 1 put option, you're buying 1 call option, you're selling 1 put option, you're selling 1 call option. That's a total of 1 contract. Your commission that you're going to pay is just $1 over here. All right, but if you're trading 2 contracts over here, all right, you would see that in this example, the rate starts going to $1.40, which simply means that you pay $1 for the first contract over here. All right, and the second contract that you're going now starts to get cheaper. All right, so you're ending up paying about $1.40 over here on 2 contracts. All right, so that works out to a rate of about 70 cents per contract over here. Now, So I'm not just going to delve into it, but basically you would see on Interactive Brokers that if your trade quantity starts getting bigger, your per contract option commission rate starts to go below $1 after the first contract. Right, so this is pretty much the commission structure, and they're trying to encourage bigger quantity trades on their platform over here. Now, on to Tastyworks. For options on stocks and ETFs, they have a couple of pretty interesting features to try and gain market share over here. All right, the first one is if you're opening a trade, it's $1 per contract, but they've also stipulated a maximum charge. Yeah, that's right. I mean, most brokers will stipulate a minimum charge, but Tastyworks went ahead to break the norms by introducing a maximum charge on your transactions. So they put a maximum charge of $10 per leg as well. Now, so if that also means if you're buying 50 call options at a go right now, based on the rate of $1 per contract, the total commission rate should be $50. But on Tastyworks, you're going to end up paying only $10. Right. Additional benefit, when you're closing the options, that means if you're trading it, you're buying, and then you have to sell it to close the trade after that and try and make a profit, or it may end up being a cut loss. There's zero commission charge on that. Right. Notice the asterisk as well, because that will apply to exchange fees and taxes that may have to be paid outside of commissions that are being charged by the brokers. All right. Now, so moving along. Over here, the special features when it comes to stock options, for TD Ameritrade, options commissions are actually waived when you're buying back to close a sell option position that you're paying a premium right now of 5 cents or less when you're trying to close the trade. Right? That means if you have sold an option and now you're trying to buy it back because the premiums have dropped by a lot, so you're trying to close the position for a profit. If the premiums you're paying in the order is 5 cents or less, TD Ameritrade Singapore is going to waive the commissions on that transaction itself. Right? For Interactive Brokers, pardon the slight error over here, the main perk will be if you start to trade bigger quantities, the commission rates that you're paying is going to be much lesser on a per contract basis. Right? It starts at $1, all right, and gets cheaper and cheaper after that on a per contract rate. Okay, now for Tastyworks, the biggest special perk would be as I mentioned earlier, the max charge, right? And of course, no commissions to close trades that you're placing out there. All right, now, so these are some of the special features when it comes to stock options trading on the 3 different brokerage platforms. On to other fees over here. If you're option traders, the main fees that you're probably most interested to know about next is actually exercising and assignment fees. Right, so on TD Ameritrade, any exercising and assignment that is done on options that you have traded over here will come at $16.05 after all taxes over here per leg. Yeah, all right. This is a fee, and so the number of quantities doesn't matter anymore. All right, so it's a flat fee charge that they're applying to a trade position that you have. Okay, on Interactive Brokers, this is definitely a special feature. They have no assignment fees that are charged on stock options. So if you trade it, you forgot all about it, you got exercise on your options, or you got assign an option over here, fret not, because there's no charges that's going to be paid during this process. All right, now for Tastyworks, the exercising and assignment fee comes in at $5 per leg or per option trade that you have over here. Okay, now last one I'm going to cover is down to the withdrawal fees. Right now, so for withdrawal fees over here, that means when you want to withdraw funds back into, I'm going to talk about our context, which is mainly our students, where they withdraw funds back to their Thailand bank account, their Malaysian bank account, or their Singapore bank account. All right, TD Ameritrade is going to charge a fee of $25 per transaction. All right, for Interactive Brokers, withdrawals, as you can see, they basically allow 1 free withdrawal request per calendar month. All right, after which they will be charging a rate of $10 per international wire, because that's probably the only option that we have, right? An international wire, so it's going to be charged at $10 per withdrawal after the first one every month. Right now for Tastyworks over here, this is where they are a little on the downside. That means outgoing foreign wire transactions are charged at $45 per transaction. So this is definitely where they become the most costly when it comes to withdrawing funds out of your accounts that you have with them. All right, now, so in summary over here, this is basically a comparison between the three main biggest brokers for US stocks and options right now. So some of the benefits in summary, TD Ameritrade Singapore offers a value-added service where they have now acquired a team where they are actually possible to perform or do a one-on-one platform demo via a webinar support, where account holders just have to email them or contact them to arrange a suitable timing, and they will get it all set up for you and booked. All right, and you just need to join the session with one of their team members who can guide you on the entire platform itself. All right, the next one is definitely the dynamism of their platform that they've built after so many years. It's a pretty good platform with a lot of valuable features that you can activate and use to try and find fundamental data, options data, even charting as well, if you're willing to explore the platform. All right, now next, they have a local Singapore office support. That means if you're actually based in Singapore, you can actually call the office during normal working hours and get support from the team members over there. Right? They offer free live data feed. That means no additional cost to get live data when you're trading. And if you're from Singapore, again, they do accept local Sing dollar check deposits as well as US dollar check deposits for Singapore account holders. Right now, for Interactive Brokers, their main benefits are pretty much as you've seen. They do not charge any option assignment or exercising fee, and also their new feature of fractional stock purchase, which is based on dollar amount and not whole number share purchases, and plus the fact that they actually offer one free withdrawal on the monthly basis. Now, Tastyworks, main thing, free stock trades. So if you're trading stock, they are definitely one of the best platform in terms of savings that you can get out there. Right now, they also offer free option closing trades. This is regardless of the commissions that you're paying, and regardless, if I understand it correctly, whether you're a buyer or you're a seller over here. All right, next, also the max $10 per commission charge on options that you're trading per option leg, and you're also entitled to free live data feed over here when you have funded your live account with them. All right, okay, now, so for Interactive Brokers, data has to be charged and payable if you do not cross a certain amount of commission charges on a monthly basis with them. All right, so that's one of the downside that they have over here if you don't trade frequently. Okay, now, so in summary, this is a comparison and highlight that I want to bring to you on the three major brokerages that you can trade on. This is by no means any recommendation for any specific platform, but just to highlight to your attention, if you're trading US stock and options already, right now, what you can look into in terms of the different platform rates and fees, and weigh up what's the best accounts that you want to be having over here, or maybe open up multiple trading accounts for different kind of trade philosophies that you have to benefit and squeeze out the maximum savings in terms of transactional cost when trading. My comparison video on three major US stock and option brokerages that you can trade US stock and options on if you are already trading or if you're already investing in the US stock market. Now, if you are not and would like to find out more information about how we generate returns up to 30% per annum and more on a consistent regular basis per annum together with our students, and how we guide them to be able to create strategies to allow them to get this from some of the biggest and best companies in the US stock market and also the world right now, do click on our free introduction sessions that are happening next in Singapore, or contact us with more details about our sessions that's going to happen in Thailand, Bangkok, and Malaysia, KL. All right, and I really look forward to meeting you at one of those physical sessions in your respective countries over here.